Well, hello, everybody. It's your boy, the Blended Family Guy. I want to make sure that you know it has been a pretty exciting week. I haven't spoken with you since I think Christmas Eve, right? Where I had my dad on. I just want y'all to know, man, it has been a great year. Great year. All right. Ushering in the new year, we're actually in Los Angeles for Major. He is doing some acting and modeling, and he's in a competition, and it's his first time. And this is all going back to the whole thing of what are those secrets, right? The secrets to our success. And we're going to be talking about that here soon. But first off, just want to say thank you for joining. Thank you for listening in. We're going to be talking about the family priority system. Definitely the right way to start off your year is to always be engaged on the family priority system. So we're out here in LA. Can't wait to see our daughter, who also lives out here in LA. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, my daughter, 25, very independent entrepreneur, has an unshakable resolve that I definitely appreciate and admire, because you have to have that in order to be an entrepreneur, as young as she is. So I want to say to her that proud of you, Camille. You're doing some really good things, some big things. I'm right now sitting in the hotel room. We just finished. Major was doing some, I believe, voiceover auditions, as well as some commercial auditions, and really cool things that he's doing. But just want to welcome you to the Blended Family Playbook. Man, this is, I believe, our 11th episode, first one of the new year. We have some incredible things that are that we're going to unveil to you today. I'm going to tell you. I mean, and it kind of dives right into what we are already doing. So like right now, my wife, I think she's knocking on the door to our hotel room, or that's my son, and they're getting ready to take him down to do his modeling. So here, hold on one second. I'm gonna open the door for them, and then I'm gonna be right back. Okay. And my wife didn't keep the door open, so I gotta open it again, y'all. So hold on just 1 second. 1 second. Okay. All right, babe. Okay, babe. All right, everybody, I'm back. So here's what we're talking about, the Blended Family Playbook. This is what it's about, right? It's not just the blend of a blended family, but it's about blending what works for your family, right? And I'm going to be touching on that even during this broadcast. So, hey, Jonathan, come here. This is one of Major's friends. Jonathan, I want you to say hello to everybody out there on the internet. Say hi.
Hi.
All right. Chris, come on in here. Come on in here, show them your pretty shirt. But they're getting ready to go down and, like I said, Major's going to be doing some more modeling. And I will tell you, it's exciting times, right? It's exciting times. So just to give you some background on who I am, your boy is from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Went to North Carolina A&T, graduated with my electrical engineering degree. That's where I met my amazing wife. She was attending University of North Carolina, Greensboro. And from that, I knew probably, I think within our first conversation, that this is the woman I wanted to be with for the rest of my life. I believe within that first conversation, where I think we talked on the phone for about 6 hours, she told me that hey, babe, wait a minute now, babe, you can't just walk across my screen and not say hello to your people that are listening. You got to say hello. Now, come on now. Don't. Okay, all right. Hey, babe, you got to show him this shirt. I love y'all that she's wearing. But I know she's rushing to get Major down to his modeling practice. And so, oh, Taria, hey, what is going on, Taria? Hey, Taria, how are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, there she goes, y'all. She's a blur of lightning. And so I just want y'all to know that we are doing some really good things. Hey, Taria, just want to tell you, glad you're joining. Glad you're joining, Taria. And yes, Jonathan, Chris, Major, yep, they are already out the door, right? They're already out the door, on their way out. So she couldn't even say hello this time because it's a lot going on. But Taria, I'll let them know they're going to see this on the rebroadcast. And again, thank you for joining. So again, who am I? Oh, so back to the story, right? And again, just want to say I appreciate y'all joining. But back to the story. Within the first few hours of us being on the phone, Crystal shared with me that she had a daughter that at that time I think had just turned 5. And I didn't think a second about it in terms of her having a daughter already. Why? I had the blueprint for how to deal with that. So that's why it wasn't a stressor. It wasn't a signal. It wasn't a red flag for me. Why? Because my dad had married my mother, who had already had a child from a previous relationship. So it was nothing for me. And he took care of my older sister like she was his own. So no issue there, right? And from there, me and Crystal will have been married 17 years in April. It's been a great, wonderful family affair. Me and my daughter are, I say, closer than ever. And I really appreciate all that she has shown me in helping me become even a better man. My wife, again, the core of my heart. Love that woman. She holds it down, right? And we have our 6-year-old son, and we also have, I call him our adopted son, Andre. I think he's 27 this year. We adopted Andre at a late age. He was about 18 when we took Andre arms and household, and boy, I'm really proud of him from where he's from. An amazing story that he'll share here soon. So really, really completely grateful for the family that God has blessed me with. And so again, that's me, right? We reside out of the Houston, Texas area. We are doing, I think, God's work with blended families. And when I say blended families, I'm talking about how do you make all of it work, right? If you're the traditional blended family, or you're the blended family in the sense of you're trying to blend family and work, and you're feeling this struggle, right? How do I make it work? So that's what we're going to be talking about today, right? The family priority system. And this is some really great stuff. And the whole family priority system is still in effect, right? So, Chris, we had to talk even about this, right? We're at this event. It's a colossal event put on by the Industry Network. The owner of this particular company, this event for aspiring actors, is a leader in her own right. I can't wait to interview her on leadership. And then the owner of Inspired Talent, the company that brought my son here, or that he's under the umbrella of the agency, the leader there, Miranda, is absolutely amazing. Debbie Todd, making family the priority is huge. Yes, Debbie, I think I'm in your neck of the woods. I'm out here in California. So I want to say hello to you out here in Los Angeles. Or no, I believe you're I can't remember where, but I know you're on the West Coast somewhere, Deb. But good to hear from you, Debbie. Um, but I'm just excited, right? Even in this, we're having to blend. Okay, how do we make sure Major's taken care of? How do I still make sure that I follow through on my commitments, which I love to do, which is this 6 o'clock p.m. Facebook Live on the blended family, right? So how do you make that? How do you make that work? Okay, and Debbie, that's right. You're just north of Portland, but at least you know I still remembered your location. Um, uh, so I just want you to know it was a blend there, right? How do we manage California, where we are is 2 hours ahead, with the schedule that Major has? So Chris is taking care of Major, but you also have to realize that we work things out. We equally share the responsibility, and sometimes it's 90% her while I'm traveling. And then when I'm home, I try to make sure I return the favor, and I like taking him to school because I don't ever want to give my wife the impression. I'm not concerned about society because what I live away from Facebook, I want to make sure that I'm living in real time when I'm in front of Facebook, right? So I travel quite a bit. So my wife will sometimes have to take Major to school. Well, when I'm home, I make it a point to try to take him to school every day, try to have lunch with him at least once a week. These are the types of things that when you're intentional about the harmony within your family, it becomes productive. It's productive, intentional leadership, right? So that being said, have some really good things that we're kicking off the new year with. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear the feedback. The people that have seen it, that we've test piloted this with, are already giving great feedback. I hope that you give the same because it's about the content, right? And I need it to be relevant. So that being said, the topic, the family priority system, when I initially did this one back in early, I believe October, one of our first few shows, had some really good, positive commentary. And I want to say we embellished, we continue to add on what Pastor Wayne Robinson, who married us and also did our marriage counseling and was part of the team that did our marriage counseling over 17 years ago. It was the family priority system. And he came to us and he said, look, if your family priority system is not in the right order, you're going to fail. You're going to notice things out of sync. You and Crystal are not going to be vibing. Your relationship with God is going to be impacted. Your kids, they're going to be out of sorts. And during the initial stages of our marriage, that absolutely happened because I was dealing with so many tumultuous things in my life, getting laid off, the .com bust. I got laid off, I think, on April Fool's Day, 2 weeks before we were to get married, right? Some of you have heard this, but that was still, it shook us. Then I got laid off again within a year of our marriage. So twice within the same year, I had my Nissan 300ZX twin turbo repossessed, got kicked out of the house. We were evicted. These are the things that I don't mind sharing. You know why? It happens. It's life. And I want to share that in times of calamity and trouble, when you have that family priority system in place, it helps mitigate the stress. So that being said, family priority system is what I'm going to focus on this year. I've developed, and I have a great team working for me that did all the digital graphics and design. Hey, Dad, thank God for God and parents. Absolutely, Pops. If y'all remember, my dad was on during our last show and killed it. He, as we say in today's terms, he murdered the game. He was fabulous. I hadn't even thought about having him on. He just happened to be in town for the Christmas holidays. I said, Dad, join me. And my dad, just like he always is, he's Johnny on the spot, gave some great knowledge. And again, I'm grateful for my parents. My mom is normally the low key one. She would never get on a show like this, but I love her just the same. She and my dad are where I get my foundations from. Amazing people. So I'm gonna be sharing with you some good things, but even more so, I'm going to be giving you some really good stuff that you can look at, download. I have a workbook that I created that I've been working on for the last few weeks, and it's the 6 steps to a successful family. And here's the great thing: you can get it for immediate download via a couple of different methods. Right. So first off, I want you to share this broadcast. If you're listening to me, share this broadcast on your Facebook page. Text it to at least 5 people that you know of, or send them the link. Send the link to 5 people that you think would benefit, that are struggling with the blend, whether it's a blended family, whether it's you see that they might need some help in managing work, family life, their career, and they need somebody that you think is very transparent, that has been through it, that is still learning, but can provide some really great advice. And I want y'all to know, I'm not providing you advice from a book. I lived this thing. I've done it. I've been at the point of divorce due to my own faults, right? I've been at the point where I was frustrated with my wife and the whole situation of child support. And I was frustrated with my daughter's biological father. And she hadn't done anything, wasn't frustrated with her. But I learned that I loved him because he had helped. She wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So I'm just letting y'all know. And thank you, Taria, for sharing. But I want y'all to know this broadcast, I believe it's helping. Definitely from the feedback I'm receiving, it's helping people. So share it, right? Share it to your family, share it to people, share it within your network, because it's some really great stuff that we're bringing out. Now, if you're wondering what some of those digital properties are that I have, here's the great thing, right? I want you to know them. Here they are. So, all right, let's make sure we're sharing it. Thank you, Taria, for sharing. Let's get back to that. All right. I want to make sure that is shown. All right. So the agenda, let's show that. All right. Where are you at? All right. We're going to show that right there. Show it. Okay. Come on now. Here we go. We're going to show that. All right. There we go. I'm almost there, guys. I love technology. Here we go. We're going to show this right here. Facebook.com. Here's where you go. Marcus A. Holmes on Facebook, or you can go to the website, www.marcusholmes.com. And I'm going to show these again to everybody, but I just want you to know, here's the next one. The evolution of the platform on blended families. We're doing some incredible things. We're now trying to make it efficient. And I'm a man of efficiency. I do coaching on efficiency. I'm always trying to find more efficient ways to reach my audience, reach my family. Here's the next one. This is what I want you to show. You can text, and here it is. Text the word family, not, of course, the quotations, but the word family to the number 240-747-7115. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to get immediate access to download the document, the workbook on 6 steps to a successful blended family. All you need to do is text the word family, again, without the quotations, just the word family, to the number 240-747-7115. It will send you an immediate link to download the document, right? The other way, all right, the other way, and I want y'all to share this, the other way you can get to it is go to marcusholmesgifts.com. That's, again, I'm going to leave that up there for a minute, marcusholmesgifts.com, and you can download that document at no cost to you. Okay. marcusholmesgifts.com, MarquesHolmes gifts.com. Then, and I'm going to run through these quickly. Instagram, go to Marcus Holmes with that little @ symbol. Facebook, my Facebook group, where you get all of this content warehouse in one platform. We do quite a bit of content that you won't see. It's going to be going to my Strong Blend closed Facebook group. So join in, become part of the family. I'm going to show that as well. Just type in hashtag Strong Blend and it'll bring up our private Facebook group. And then remember, you can go to YouTube. So we're trying to make sure we reach everybody. Not everybody's Facebook, not everybody's Instagram. So every single one of these episodes is also on YouTube. If you type in the search bar, the Blended Family Guy, it's going to take you there. Okay? It's going to take you there. So that being said, let's touch on this. Now, if some of you are already doing it, give me a thumbs up. Or give me a shout out that says, Marcus, I just downloaded it. Marcus, I got the link. I'm looking at it. I want your feedback, right? Honest, truthful. You like it. You hate it. I want to know. But tell me what you think. That's what family does. Good or bad. I want to know how we can make the content even better for you. So that being said, right? Oh, thank you, Taria. Here you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Taria. I want you to know this, guys. I want you to know this, family. If you do not have your 5 priorities aligned when it comes to the success of your family, I've seen people that have great careers. They have 3 kids, the dog, beautiful house. And the next thing you know, the 2 parents are getting a divorce. And when you talk to them in retrospect, they both said that we didn't make family a priority. We didn't make marriage a priority. We were so focused on padding the bank account. We were so focused on making sure we had the nice house, the 2 nice cars. We wanted to make sure our kids were involved in everything that they could. We wanted to give them every priority, every opportunity that we never had. But they forgot about their marriage. They forgot about the date nights. They forgot about putting themselves as a priority and their success and sowing into that. They put their kids before their own marriage. And by that time, they had lost the marriage. So yeah, they had great kids. Kids felt that they were getting all the attention they needed. But how do you think those kids feel now? They say the one of the greatest hurts a child or children can feel is when the parents are divorced. I don't care if you're co-parenting, whatever term we want to use now. There's nothing like 2 people staying together in terms of that first marriage, right? And let's be absolutely honest, and this is in part of the reference material that I want you to download. A blended family, especially if I'm talking about in the traditional sense, a person has a child from a previous relationship and now they're married in a new relationship. That blended family came about as a result of a painful situation. Whether that was a divorce, whether that was it just didn't work out with the partner that you got pregnant by, or vice versa. I mean, whatever it is, it was born out of pain because 2 people aren't going to come together, produce this wonderful child or children with the intention of getting divorced or not being together. So you have to realize there is quite a bit of emotion and stress that comes along with a blended family. Coupling that with career aspirations and making sure bills are paid and insurance and the other families. And all of that has to blend together. So that's why I'm here. I want to help. I want to minimize the risk of getting together with somebody new and you have kids or children that you're bringing in. So Debbie Todd just downloaded it. Thank you, Debbie, for the notification. I hope you enjoy it. Please send it. And even more so, if you couldn't send it, share it and tell somebody download it for themselves. That way they can be added to the database of people where you'll receive more updates on the content. I have an ebook that's coming out. It's in the process of being edited. And it's on how to have a healthy blended family in the age of social media. And I'm talking about how do you avoid online affairs. These types of things all go into the family priority system, right? I'm going to tell you, we are doing some amazing things. We want to bring you relevant content. And we're going to bring you the real stuff. I have real stories that are going to be in this ebook on how my wife, because I give her full access to everything on social media. She has all my passwords. She has all my fingerprint, my bio recognition technology. I'm just letting you know that there are times that she has helped me from a potential affair. Now, I'm not saying I was walking in it, but she was saying, hey, babe, I think this DM, this person actually is being a little flirtatious. And here's the thing. When my wife, there's nobody that comes before my wife. That being said, if my wife ever has a problem with another lady, another woman, and she's my wife is not a self-conscious. She doesn't have poor self-esteem. But if my wife ever has a problem with another woman that I happen to be working with in a certain capacity, doing work with in any sort of type form, if it's volunteer work or something, and she says, babe, I don't like this relationship, I need y'all to know it's done. It's quit. I've had arguments with brothers who don't feel the same way. I've had arguments with ladies that are married that don't feel the same way. Now, I don't know their situation, but I'm telling you my own, and I'm giving you a best practice that I think works. That, for one, I have to work, of course, with women and men and all of that. But my point is, my wife, I never give her an opportunity to feel insecure. And if she ever did feel insecure, you best believe I'm going to make sure she gets secure very quickly. And that is, well, babe, what do you need me to do? I'll quit. I'll quit the job. I'll find another one. Just give me some time, right? I'll quit the charity work. We can find another charity that I can work with. Whatever that capacity is, we'll modify it and change it. You know why? Because my wife is number one, and she will never, ever have to worry about me and my feelings towards another woman, especially when it comes to marriage. I don't play that. So I need y'all to understand something. That book is coming out. We have some great content, and I'm going to give you the actual scenarios. Names changed, so you can't look them up on Facebook. But one thing I'm telling you is I don't play with my marriage. I don't play with, even more so, my relationship to God. I realize that my prayers are hindered when I'm not treating my wife right. God is like, and this is scriptural, paraphrasing. Marcus, put all that, put that gift down, all this great talking that you can do, and you call yourself a leadership consultant. Put all that down and lead your family. Lead yourself first. So I'm letting you know, and Debbie, I completely agree with you. Marcus, security and trust, it's crucial. It's crucial to the love of a marriage, right? My wife will love me even though she can't trust me. Women, from what I've seen, the majority of women, the way God hardwired a woman, she can love a man and not trust him. Man, I gotta write that one. I gotta write that one down. I'm sure y'all get that. A woman can love a man and not trust him. Hey. How many relationships are out there right now where the woman loves the man but can't trust him? She can't trust him on social media because he tends to flirt too much. still loves him. Man, a woman can love a man and not trust him. I don't ever want my wife feeling that way. So I'm letting y'all know, letting you know, and my wife knows it. She's seen me do it. Babe, I don't like, you friending this person, but she wears a lot of clothing or a lack thereof. I'm not comfortable with it. Guess what? I've unfriended her. Again, my wife is also looking out for me. Always looking out for me too. And I don't mind it. Babe, that little program you watching on TV, a little too much cursing. Are you sure, you okay with that, babe? I'm okay. Well, babe, are you sure? All right, babe, what do you want me to do? And here's what I'm getting at, y'all. There's certain things that I don't have an off limits relationship with my wife. There's certain things that my wife will never have access to. No, there is no off limits when it comes to a relationship. My wife has access to everything. Bank accounts, the insurance, all of that she knows about. There are some marriages where, there's certain now they don't have access to my phone. They don't have access to my computer. They don't have access to certain things. No, my wife has access to everything, y'all. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Why? She's my wife. We're not roommates. This is my wife. So I'm sharing with you some things that I do. And Taria, yes, you have to look out for us. All right. I'm a man. I think I'm a highly intelligent, but there are some things that I just don't get. Right. And vice versa. When it comes to men, I'm advising my wife, yeah, babe, he's flirting with you. You probably don't see it because I know you only have eyes for me. But babe, yeah, honey, he's flirting with you. You probably need to, watch yourself on social media. I know he wants some consulting work, but I think he wants more than consulting. So just manage that. And we have that type of relationship. So I'm just letting you guys know, family, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. So let's go over that, the 5 priorities, right? 1 is God. 2 is my wife. 3, the children. 4 is your career. And then 5 is your church, community service, giving back to the community. When you have those 5 priorities in alignment, and it's not easy, right? And my dad said it doesn't matter the age either. That's absolutely spot on, Dad. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can be married 2 years or 45 years or 50 years. You have to make sure that you're working on the trust, you're mitigating any circumstances. And here's why my dad is saying that. My mom, she's constantly, my mom is in, Dad, please don't let this be within mom's earshot. And matter of fact, Dad, I'm gonna help you out, even though, because she might be listening, Dad. But y'all, my mom, she's, she still looks good. And she still has some fellas looking out after, trying to flirt with her, some of the older fellas. And my dad is always trying to make sure she's watching out. Not everybody is sincere in their approach. So that being said, I want you to know that if you're a blended family and you're not married, it's God, then your children, then of course your career, and then your church, your service to your church. And people, I've had a few people on text, or we're conversating. They're like, Marcus, what do you mean? You're talking about putting church before career. Well, y'all, I'm going to give you an example, And then I'm going to also share with you this, which is logical, right? Bible says, bring your tithes into the storehouse, right? The church can't function if you don't have a job. The church can't function if you're not paying your tithes and your offerings to help in those community-based efforts, and in basically keeping the lights on, going on those missions trips, helping support ministries overseas. Those types of things can't happen if you don't have a job. Now, early on in my Christianity, I had it reversed. I had quite a few things reversed. I was putting, and this was no fault of the church or the pastor that I was a part of. It was my fault. I'd lost my way. And I put church had leapfrogged career, and church had leapfrogged my family. And I almost lost my family because my priorities were out of sync. I want y'all to understand, I almost lost my daughter. I almost lost my wife because I was putting my church duties before all of that. So let's see what we can do about helping somebody else avoid that, right? Hey, I know that you just were ordained a deacon or a minister or a pastor. You're just starting a church, or you like to give back to the community. Well, I'm just letting you know, don't let that get in front of your wife or your relationship with Christ or your family or your career. Because what happened with me, I was so intent on serving the church that I was a part of that my career was suffering, because I was trying to do so much for the church and dropping by and making sure things were okay. And nothing is wrong with that. I want you to let me be clear. Nothing is wrong with that. Thank you, Debbie. I see. Thank you. I hope it adds benefit. I hope you know some people that it can help. I hope it can help even you, although I know that you're a great leader in your own right. But I want y'all to know something. I'm very, very serious about this. Hey, Kate, how are you doing? And yes, marriage works. I'm telling you. As a matter of fact, Kate, marriage works, which is my good friend and his wife. I want you to always subscribe, right? I will never hate on great organizations, companies, couples that are putting it out there. But Marriage Works, if you're not following them on Facebook or Instagram, great marriage ministry. My buddy Kevin, I was introduced to him by my wife. He went to University of North Carolina, Greensboro. He is a pastor out in the Dallas area. They have been doing this in terms of marriage, right? They're promoting healthy marriages. They've been doing this for about 10 years, and they are doing some amazing things. So follow them. But glad to have you on, Kate. And you're right, marriage works, but you have to work it. You have to work the marriage. So that being said, I'm going to put this up here again for those. Let me show it again. Let's go back. We're going to show this again. I want you to realize this. New content. We're starting 2018 out with a bang. Have some great content. 6 steps to a successful family. Condensed quite a bit into a great workbook. I want you to share this with your friends and family. And I've made it easy. All you have to do right now is text the word family to the number 240-747-7115, and you'll have immediate access to download the latest content that we have produced. It is some really good stuff. I want your feedback, good and bad, how we can make it better. But my sole mission is to make sure blended families, and that's not always in the traditional sense, y'all. All right. It is in the sense of blending career, work, family, making sure social media and family time, that social media doesn't eat up what is really good qualitative time with your family. Here's something I learned, and then I'm going to get back down to this modeling show for my son. Here's one thing I've learned. This was our first time with our son having an opportunity to do this. So we're out in LA, and here's what we learned. And every child is different, right? Every person is different. But here's what we learned about our son. We give our son a maximum opportunity to be successful in what he wants to do based on his learning style. And my son's learning style is one where Major has to go over something several times because he wants to master it before he feels comfortable presenting it to the world. And I mean, I'm not saying he's presenting anything, but before he does something in terms of a monologue in front of a group, before he does a play, Major wants to own the script. He's got to know it backwards and forwards. And so where we messed up, and it's something we learned, right? We just learned it on this trip, is that we give him maximum opportunity to be successful when he is doing these scripts over and over and over again. And I'm not talking about until we feel he knows it, but until he really has digested it. And he'll let us know. So, it's different being behind the camera and it's just you, because some of you have seen Major and, his sports broadcasting, but it's totally different when you're in front of somebody. So I want you to know this, right? That we owe it to our spouses. We owe it to our children. We owe it to our coworkers, our family, to all those people whose lives we touch, to know them the best way we know how, and to deliver what they need from us in the manner in which they need it. Not how we want to give it. That's selfish. And I want you to understand that every child is different. We're learning that Camille is totally different from Major. Camille is Johnny on the spot. She's like her mom. She can go improv on you. She doesn't need a whole lot of study time. She just got to know the script, kind of the highlights, and can improv like that. They had an improv portion to this competition. We couldn't enter Major into that right now. Why? Major's not improv. Major's got to study. He's got to know that script, and he's good. Camille's totally different. Right now, she'll know a script, right? But in terms of the improv, so it's knowing your spouse. I know some things that will make my wife go off on me. Why would I do those? After 16 years, if I don't know my wife and those things that are kind of those red, those hot buttons, I don't need to do them. But I want you to know this, y'all. I love you. Download the content, share it. We got some good stuff coming in 2018. Some amazing guests. We got some we're working on some big time guests that are going to join the conversation, add some value, and I can't wait. But y'all, wish Major well. We're excited. We're going to be doing this every 6 months. If you're interested in acting, there is a great company called Inspire Talent. One of the main guys there is Steve Scott. He's doing some incredible things. But I just want y'all to know something. Download the book, download the content, download the workbook, 6 Steps to a Successful Family. Share it. I think it's some great content. We'll see you next week. I love you guys. I want you to do better in your family. I don't want to hear that you're perfect. I don't want to hear that you got it all together, because I know you don't. No family does. Nobody is perfect. No family is perfect. But I can tell you this. We can go from surviving to just thriving, and be real about it. You're going to get transparency from us. Be transparent with me. Share this. I hope it helps. I hope it helped you. Want to love you. Back all the way from LA. I got to get to my son, guys. All right. He's doing some good things. I'm proud of him. And we'll see y'all next Sunday. Okay. Take care. Have a good one. And I hope you ate. I'm a little hungry right now, but I'm gone. All right. I got to go see him first. Then I'll get some pizza. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Take care.